Hi, this is going to be a video response to a video that C4Crispy did concerning character preludes. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out, the link will be in the description. For those of you unfamiliar with character preludes, they are basically a one-on-one session or a mini session where you try to flesh out things related to the background of that specific character. I used to run a lot of this many years back. There have been a few years since I have participated in such a session, rather mini session or whatever you want to call it. These were introduced with the old World of Darkness RPGs. Back in the day, you know, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Hunter the Reckoning, etc. So I think we should take into consideration the usefulness of such preludes and perhaps the essentials. You usually employ preludes to connect the character to the ongoing story or to a starting chronicle. In the case of C4Crispy, if I understand correctly, he's running a Weird Frontiers role-playing game, a campaign. So perhaps some characters died, or maybe new players came to the group, and now he needs to find a way to connect those introduced characters to the session. If we take a look at the old World of Darkness style, there are some fundamental things to consider. Yes, you need to tie the background of the character to the starting story or ongoing story, but the prelude also contains some sort of scenario, situation, event that showcases that character's abilities, powers, skills, and things related to the background itself. And so, for example, in the case of Vampire the Masquerade, the prelude involves the character being transformed into a vampire, being like handpicked from certain people by a vampire selected to be a part of that world of darkness or that aspect of the world of darkness. In the case of Werewolf, the character discovers that he or she actually has werewolf blood, and therefore they understand how to transform into werewolves, participate in this ongoing battle and such. In the case of Hunter the Reckoning, you realize that you are a cut above other humans because of your ability to perceive what is hidden, all sorts of demons, apparitions, etc., and your strange powers as well. So when it comes to any tabletop role-playing game, I think it's essential that you connect the character to the ongoing story based on the background of that character or the starting story, but also I would recommend that during that prelude you showcase a bit of the character's capabilities. Any sort of spell the character is able to employ. Like I said, the perception of the character, the strengths, perhaps even the weaknesses. Of course, you also want to know about the weaknesses of the character. The character becomes believable, becomes real within the fictional context. C4Crispy seems to be enjoying his handling of the preludes, so I think he's got it all set up. But when it comes, he did ask in the description of that video about the duration of such a prelude. I think you shouldn't worry too much about the duration, just those essentials, the character background and how that character connects to the story, as well as showcasing something about the character, strength and weaknesses perhaps. I also think they need to be handled as a one-on-one thing separated from the group. That is, I would strongly advise against telling the other players, oh, give me half an hour or 20 minutes while we run the prelude. I would recommend that you handle the prelude in a separate occasion or on a separate occasion, and perhaps even if you are running a physical game, maybe you could also run it online. It could save you some time. So yes, I think preludes are quite positive because they solidify the presence of the character within the campaign, within the ongoing story, etc., or starting story, but I don't think they are strictly necessary. When it comes to my tabletop RPGs, in most cases when a character is introduced to the session, we only come up with a reason as to why that character is there. That character is the relative of this other character. that character had been fighting this faction all along and he knew about you, so now he joins you, and perhaps you can roleplay that there is a little mistrust with the newly arrived character. After all, they have only just met that character. It all depends on how you want to handle things. If you want all of the members of the party to get along already, the newly introduced character could be an old friend, a relative. It could be something like that. Otherwise, just roleplay that suspicion or sense of, is that character trustworthy? It could be fun. Well, thank you for watching this video, and as always, check out C4Crispy's video. The link will be in the description. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.